Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so happy to have you back on my channel today. My name is Uchechi, in case you're seeing my video for the first time, and I am a digital content creator. I also motivate people in learning new skills by teaching them what I know how to do, like what I do on my channel. So if you have not seen my previous videos, please go and see the other videos. I'll be dropping the links to the other videos I've been doing in the past. And in my last two videos, I have been teaching how to knot ties. If you want to know why it is important, please go and check my other two videos. You will know the importance of knowing how to knot ties. So in this video, I'm going to be teaching other 7 amazing ways of knotting tie. I'm going to be teaching the sheep shank. I think I like that one most. I don't know if it's because of the name or how beautiful it looks. So I'm going to be teaching it in this video. I think it's about the last or second to the last kind of knot I'll be teaching on this video. I'm going to be teaching the fisherman knots, how to knot different knots that you can use in catching fish. And then I'm going to be teaching the I already mentioned the sheep shank, the fisherman knot, the butterfly loop, and 4 others. Amazing knots. So please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, I'm begging you, please subscribe to my channel, and please turn on the notification button, like my video. If there is any way you want me to improve on this, probably on my illustrations, I will be glad to take your suggestions. So please hang on with me on this video and you will see something amazing that will be beneficial to you. Thank you. The first knot on this video is the Palama, which is the 13th knot. It is a fishing hook. It is used for tying objects to a ring. It is used also for fishing. To make this knot, you make a bite, you take it into the ring, and then you make a hitch, a half hitch. Then you drag and make it loose. Then you take it across the end of the ring, and then you drag. This knot cannot be loosened as it is very, very tight. The 14th knot is a clinch knot. It is used for fishing. Hope you like my fish. Alright, to make this kind of knots, you take your rope into the ring or the object for fishing, and then you cross the working end on the standing part 5 times, just the way it's illustrated on this video, and then you shift it gently on the standing part. You take the working end into the eyelet, and then you drag. If you drag ordinarily, it will be tight, but I choose to take mine into this eyelet once again to have a tighter knot. With this, your bait will never be loosened by the fish, so you're going to be catching plenty of fishes. The 15th knot is the butterfly loop knot, also known as the alpine. It is used by mountain climbers, of which I am soon to become one. It is also used to isolate one section of a rope. To tie this knot, you make a loop on one side of the rope. You also make a mirror image of the loop on the other side, making an overhand loop with the rope. And then the loop at the edge is then brought at the center of the 2 loops, and then you drag. This gives a tight knot used by the mountain climbers. The 16th is a strangle knot. It is used for binding. It is used to secure the top of a bag. It is also used to stop bleeding in the event of a severe injury. To tie this knot, you take the rope across the bag, at the top of the bag or the leg, and then you take a turn, and then you go above with the working end, and then you cross it under the standing part, and then take it into the 2 turns Yes, you take it into the 2 turns, and this gives a very strong knot. This is a very strong knot used in tightening things. The 17th is the Parker's knot. It is a binding knot used in smaller lines. It is used in bowling and parcel tying. To make this knot, you form an overhand loop by taking the working end under the standing part, and then is taken to the other side of the loop, and then is brought inside. A figure 8 is formed along this part, and you drag. This can be attached to a parcel. This gives a slip knot, alright, and then it can be attached to a parcel, and then you drag with the standing part and the working end. This gives you a very tight knot that can be used to parcel items, and they do not lose out at all. The 18th knot is the sheep shank knot. I think this is my best so far. I don't know why, probably it's because of the name. It is used to shorten a rope already attached to 2 ends of a side. To form this knot, you will make 2 bites and then make a loop on each side of the bite. Take the bite into the loop formed, and then you drag gently with the standing part, and then you do same thing on this other side. You form an overhand loop. It should be an overhand loop, and then you take the bite into it very gently, and then you drag with the standing end, then you drag gently. This is a technical knot, and then but if you look closely, you'll get it in 1 or 2 trials. I love this particular knot. It just appeals to me. I hope you also like it. Thanks for watching, guys. See you on my next video with my other 6 amazing knots. Bye.